You're on the Moose. I'm your Bud the Dub. Joined now for our Thursday chat and update with the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation with Tanya from the foundation, first of all. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning, Deb. How are you today?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for asking. We're also joined by two people who are doing Bluey Day this year, which is ongoing right now, and we have set an actual date for the in person shave. We'll talk about that in a second. But Josh joins us. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
And Ryan is joining us as well. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning.
All right, thank you everybody for being here. So Tanya, this we've had lots of conversations about Bluey Day in the last few weeks about it ongoing. Things have changed a few times. You had a date set, then you had to kind of push it back and delay it. But for people doing the in-person shave, remind us again of the postponed date that you guys have chosen.
Yes, we chose to go with September 18th. We're
Oops.
thinking that once school is back in, hopefully some of the restrictions will be lifted and we can just go ahead with that live. Um, yeah, so we're excited and planning forward for that.
Excellent. And quickly remind us, what are we raising money for this year in this edition of Bluey Day?
We're raising $100,000 to go towards the Cancer Diagnostic and Treatment Fund, which in turn is to pay for a SPECT CT scanner at the Fort St. John Hospital.
Excellent. Something that's desperately needed and will help people right here in this community. So I'll go to you first, Josh. This is your first time doing Bluey Day. Why did you decide to get involved this year to fundraise for this cause?
Well, since last fall, my mother-in-law unfortunately was diagnosed with breast cancer, and yeah, she's been luckily she's been able to do a lot of her treatments here in Fort St. John, and a lot of that is due to Bluey Days and all the fundraising they do. So, in a show of support for her and the foundation as well, I thought I would take part.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of
As you
looking.
can see, I have really long hair.
I was just going to mention that. You've got quite the flow going there. Have you ever had really short or even a shaved head before?
Yeah, I usually do have short hair, like most of the time, but at the start of COVID, well, barbers were closed for so long, and then after they reopened, I was just like, I'm gonna see where this goes. So it's been about a little over a year, I guess. I haven't really had a haircut, so
Hmm.
I thought I would get one now, and Bluey Days was right around the same time, and thought I could do some good.
Wonderful, wonderful reason to do it, and you've got lots of hair to shave, so that's always good. I will go to you now,
Absolutely.
Ryan. You have already shaved your head for this year, but I wanted to go back to kind of before when I imagine you had lots more hair. Why did you decide to get in Bluey Day? What's important about it for you?
I've always thought it's kind of a cool idea and something unique since moving up to the area. I always wanted to do it, and I kind of figured this year, with it being a COVID year, the Hospital Foundation would be struggling to try and find things to fundraise. I've always had something to do with the Hospital Foundation through various golf tournaments and that. And obviously, those aren't happening this year, so I kind of figured, well, this is a good year to do Bluey Day and still help support them in any way I could, and had a lot of fun with it.
Wonderful. Did you have a lot of hair before you shaved it?
Yeah, it would have been similar to Josh's actually. I was just looking at that. It's quite a difference.
I'll say, well, that's wonderful. So something you want to give back to the Hospital Foundation. And I think we haven't talked really about that a lot in these interviews recently. I mean, that's been a big thing that COVID has affected for you guys is fundraising in general. You weren't able to do the gala in the fall. Uh, it's kind of opportunities have been harder to come by because you can't gather because there's these restrictions in place. Um, this is one of the most important fundraisers you guys do all year and very important for people in the community.
Absolutely. We've had to be very creative and kind of on the fly with the way things have been changing. And this event is a real community event. It's very emotional. It touches many lives. And yeah, so we're doing our best to continue to meet the needs of the hospital and the foundation. And it's working. It is working.
And it's a wonderful event. I'm glad that you guys have been able to make it happen these last 2 years, even with in spite of all the things that have been going on. So you can still sign up for Bluey Day now. They are still taking some registrations. You just got to go to FSJ Hospital Foundation.ca for more information. Quickly before you go, you do have another campaign coming up in June you wanted to talk about quickly.
Yes, we do. Every year, this community shows us how much heart they have in helping us purchase a vital piece of equipment that directly benefits our newborns, expectant mothers, and children at the hospital. So this year's 19th annual Have a Heart campaign is going to be at the Fort St. John Home Hardware from 8 till 5:30. And we are inviting residents and businesses to help support this campaign. This year's goal is to raise $35,000 to meet the gap of the additional specialized obstetric probes for the new portable ultrasound machine in the Fort St. John Hospital Prenatal Clinic and Birthing Center.
All right, so if you want more information about that and Bluey Day, again, you can check out fsjhospitalfoundation.ca or follow them on Facebook. It's always updated regularly. Tanya, always nice to chat with you. And Josh and Ryan, thank you so much for making a few minutes to tell us your Bluey Day stories this morning.
Thank you so much, guys.
And thank you, Tanya, and the foundation for all the hard work you do. Thanks.
Thank you.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 10421